Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another Voices of Gaia Oracle transmission. I'm Aven Teija Greener, and I will be sharing a message today, a transmission, an oracular transmission from the Voices of Gaia New Earth Leadership archetype of the light bringer. And the light bringer, as you can see in this altar card, just get a sense and a feel for the energy. And this is the fourth of the archetypes in the golden spiral. It's one of the foundational archetypes. And the gift of this archetype that was inspired by Gene Key 12, the body of work by Richard Rudd Gene Keys, is a pure heart. And it's the essence of purity and the gift of discrimination and the shadow of vanity. And so, as a light bringer, why is this gift important? Why is it beneficial? Well, if you have created the space in your life to root and anchor in your channel of light, your oracular channel, and you have done the work to strengthen this channel, and you have learned how to move your channel where it's needed. And then you get to this phase of the light bringer where now you can begin to bring down those codes, those light codes of higher consciousness, multidimensional consciousness that is benevolent. Then you want to be able to have this gift of what called the purifier. And the Voices of Gaia spiral work. This particular portal is called the portal of the purifier. And that shadow, right, of vanity, like if you're going to be bringing down pure codes, if you want to call them codes, energies, frequencies, benevolent codes of light, of energy, of frequency down through your channel to wake up the grids of Gaia with them for higher consciousness, for 5D and beyond consciousness. It begins with living from a high heart space out of the density of the 4D, of the drama, of the play of life. This gift of discrimination is so, so important, so key to be able to know if you're in a state to bring it down and to be able to be a model, be an example to others of what it looks like to use that gift of discrimination when the shadows of vanity arise, because they do arise. They arise in all of us subconsciously. And if we can bring presence and awareness to that shadow of vanity, to one extreme, the repressive side, which is elitist. And so this is an attitude of, well, I'm on the high road and I don't need to get involved with the messiness. I'm above it all. I don't want to deal, I don't want to get in the mess. I don't want to get down in the weeds. Even my own, mess or my own weeds. I don't want to deal with it. I'm just gonna take this high road, this sort of spiritual bypassing, right? And that's really a freeze response, right, to dealing with messiness. with our messy vanity, right? I mean, what is vanity? It's when we get stuck in the ego mind and how we're going to look good by doing this. And so if we just pretend that we're too good to have to even consider that we might be vain, because we're always on the high road, just to like deny that human aspect of self that gets entrained by the ego's need to be the best, to look good in all circumstances, like never falling off the pedestal. And so if you remain in this elitist and you step back and you step away from the fray, right, then you kind of create this illusion that you are above it and much better than everyone else. So, right. So it's very much passive aggressive almost. And then the aggressive nature, the reactive nature, the other form of vanity, when someone's more in the trauma responsive fight, is malicious. This malicious energy. So it could be directed towards yourself, right? You could be malicious towards yourself, or it can be directed out to other people who are, just being human and trying to do the best that they can and just really criticizing and calling out all of the faults, how imperfect they are. Or maybe you're saying how imperfect you are, instead of sitting between those two poles of I'm too good for everyone, or or maybe you're in a situation where you're around people that think they're too good for you. They're above you, and so you don't get the support you need. Or, in the malicious one, maybe you're around people who are very, very malicious. And so you never really are able to fully activate your light channel to bring down those codes. But if you can sit in the center of these two poles of shadow and just be aware of them and the tendencies that you're having or that the people around you appear to be having, and just come into the core of your channel again and ask for the gift of discrimination to arise, because that gift knows what is coming from a pure heart. It just knows it. And this can be in any form of bringing down light, right? It could be an artist or a musician or a very talented speaker or anything, any vocation. Even a mother bringing down her light codes, right? It's like the ability to know which ones to allow through your channel, because they're coming from a place of purity, not from a place of vanity, so that those can come down. So you're not muddying or up the codes that are coming down from higher consciousness, right? As they come through you, they're not getting all muddied up or dense or obscured by vanity from outside of you, or if it's coming from within you, and they can just come down and anchor, connect to the grids of Gaia and begin to wake up higher consciousness throughout those grids. And so this is really about the throat again, and being able to use your throat, use your voice to speak from that pure heart place. And before I go further, I just wanted to introduce the Lightbringer oil, which can help you to tune into the frequencies of the gifts of the Lightbringer and the overall essence and mission of the Lightbringer. So The mission of the light bringer is to channel down the light of source to activate the creation codes of Gaian consciousness that will manifest the new Earth timeline on our planet. And this blend, oh, I can feel it's so high fruit. I can feel the vibration. It's lemon, the oil of focus, angelica root, the oil of spiritual opening. Ooh, it's really vibrating. Frankincense, the oil of truth, juniper berry, the oil of night, ylang ylang, the oil of inner child, rose, the oil of divine love, and lavender, the oil of communication, and coriander, the oil of loyalty. And the one that corresponds to the gift of purity is angelica root, the oil of spiritual opening. So you're really allowing angelica to support you to open your channel up in its highest spiritual configuration. It's the word that wants to come through. And so, you can begin to speak through your voice those codes of light that will begin, that now that you've anchored them, they come right back up, and through your voice and through everything, every part of your expression is filled with this pure heart intention, this discrimination of what you create with your voice and how it can inspire others to do the same. So you're not only anchoring them into the grids and it's sliding up and spreading out, creating fields of higher consciousness that when people step on them, they begin to become activated at this new level. But you're becoming activated by them. Your high heart, your pure heart is expanding. And as the energy comes right back up your channel, right after it's come down, it comes back up and through the voice into all of your expressions. And it is, it is about being a channel for grace, right? It's graciousness in the field and really honoring everybody who is making an effort to come from a pure heart, to help others to experience more grace in their lives. And because it's from that foundational place that we can really begin to create shifts and changes in the collective mind and in the collective heart. The collective heart first, which then changes the collective mind. And what comes right after this archetype is the alchemist, which is all about rewiring the circuitry of the brain so that it is connected to the high heart. And this allows a shift in the way that is, relating to how we build in the world, right? How the mind builds in the world. Because it is the mind that is able to build. It's the heart that is the director, the inspirer, the pure consciousness that has to then run through the mind so that it can be built in architecture. So let me just see. This is Gemini energy. So again, all about communication, right? That throat, sharing the codes of purity, and actually purifying the field all around you is bringing out, it's programmed by light. So just bringing down those light codes through your vessel, through your oracle channel, bringing them down, letting them shift the grids, bringing them back up and letting them be shared through your voice, activating others through the grid lines, through your voice, and just causing a shift in consciousness so that the mind can begin to be led by the heart. And let's see if there's any light language that wants to come in closing. I'm just placing a hand on the throat, maybe one on the heart. And just feeling that connection from the heart to the throat. Noticing before ever you speak again, where vanity is sitting in that channel, and see if you can let it dislodge and open up. Open up, let go of the heart, the constriction around the heart, letting it go, letting it open, letting the pure light consciousness flow through your channel, opening up your heart and beginning to flow through your voice. Sh'ale, sh'ale indo ala I, shola inina halitu, yoroloho a ine I ishai. Shosho olo na halea unkata ishte. Yo o a hinala anere I, ale inde oka ala I ush nda. A ash u sh'ale ale I galaitik. Just clearing out anything that remains around vanity. Sha'ala ana maha ala maha yako ushni ala. Yeah. Wala menina sere koraya. Wala harimendele shuaelea. Just sending out prayer codes. Ele mahelo silaninenore here ola yenama. Ole manale aro. I can just feel that vibration just going out into the field. Pure intentions from a pure heart, from a place of pure spiritual opening. And just knowing that you can find that place, in any any time, if you take a moment to sit in deep awareness in your heart until you can find that frequency of the pure heart before you speak, so that what comes out is light, is grace, is purity. And that purity can also extend out into your community and also through your channel down into the earth grids, creating collective shifts that I think we're all ready for. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, much love.